The biggest pressure for me is really for myself. It's my inability to let myself fail. I really don't want to even have sight of that, or mainly because I think about it every day. I think about where am I going to be at if I fail? Where am I going to be at? Where am I going to end up at? I don't want to waste the last 5 years of my life doing nothing. Like, the world is on my shoulders, and sometimes I just want to like sleep, but I can't. I told Audwin, this is gonna work out. He was one semester from graduating, and I was like, this is gonna work out. Before anything happened ever. It's like, this is gonna work out, and you're gonna make 6 figures. Quit now. And he trusted me, and he did it. When you're a guy telling someone, hey, put your livelihood on the line, and for someone to trust you, that puts a huge burden on your shoulders. And I have to make it work out. I really came too far to let this fail.
Growing up, he was the most troubled kid in my family. Everybody was worried about him. He didn't do too well in school. He was the youngest kid, he was really spoiled, and he was a rebel.
My parents would always compare me to my older siblings. It was like, hey, your bigger brother got this, how come you're not getting it?
My older siblings, we were all on track. We went to school, we did sports, we got really good grades. We're the standard Asian family. Then it gets to him, okay? Everybody before him had like either a 4.0 or a 3.8, and you go to him, and he's getting like a 2 point something. My mom was just so concerned with him.
My work ethic comes from my fear of going back to school and going back to where I was. It's the biggest fear I have is really working so hard for something and failing.
Nobody expected anything of him. He didn't expect anything of him, and he wanted to prove to the world that he can do more or better.
My cousin actually he signed up to League of Legends with like 4 email accounts, and lucky enough, Riot gave him 3 beta keys.
Me and my brother, we came into the scene. Nobody knew us, but we just took it by storm. We just obliterated everybody. The players that's been playing for months just sort of became like, who the hell are these kids?
Originally, Dan and I put League of Legends as a hobby, and we kind of started a blog. It needed, I think, like around $10,000 to start solo mid, and I didn't have that money. I made half of it from giving lessons on League of Legends and half of it from working at Trader Joe's. And my mom helped me out a lot. She bought me a computer, and she gave me my initial funding to start solo mid.
Hey guys, this is Reginald from solomid.net, and today I'll be showing you how to play Shaco.
And the numbers are just getting insane, you know? It went from 1,000 a day, 1,000 uniques a day, to like 5,000 the next month and 10,000 the next month. And the server just couldn't handle it. The growth was absolutely amazing.
Now it's finally around 8 million unique visitors per month. I made sure that solo mid was going in the road I wanted it to go, and it just all happened to work out.
How do you want to take this W?
We have to win this or we're out, so me and us all good friends, but he's going down.
When I first started TSM, we trained really hard. We played like 8 hours a day together. We'd always play. They came to a point where we even had scrims at like 4 a.m. I'd be like, guys, I want to win. Wake up at 4 a.m. This is our only time to practice against the Chinese team. So I was just like, I'm giving this my all. I'm using all the money I have to start a gaming house. I got a gaming house in New York. It wasn't too pricey. I had enough money to do it.
Just a bunch of gamers in a house, like 6 guys in a house. You can only imagine how that could be.
Reginald here, and now we're actually going to buy groceries out of our element, and we're deciding to cook.
We streamed to pay for food. Solomon covered the housing costs, and we wanted to win the Season 2 finals for 5 million, so we practiced really hard. And ever since we started the gaming house, we haven't lost a tournament in NA for the last 2 years. I take the hate for TSM because I'm the owner of TSM, and I'd rather have my players not be affected by that. I'm a player that can still perform even with the hate. I don't care about it. They're just gonna blindly hate me because I'm being a dick to Darius because he's messing up. I have to do that or he's not gonna improve. If I wasn't a dick to Darius, we would never be nearly as successful as we are now. And there's always gonna be that bad guy, and I don't mind being it.
Reginald, in the interview, he mentioned about how he'd been taking over a leadership role. It just seems that,
being a strong leader means so much to these guys.
And if you look
He's a lot nicer than people think. Him being hard on us is not really being hard, in my opinion. I think we're a little bit spoiled in the terms of we just play video games all day, and I see a lot of stress and burden on him, and that's why I don't always argue back.
His true nature is he criticizes everything. He's hard on other people, even harder on himself. And if people can take that for its face value, they'll be like, okay, he just wants everybody to perform better.
There it is, TSM in Game 5. Looks to be your North American LCS Spring Champions. They take down the Nexus and the title. And if you look at TSM's streak, the sky was falling when Chaos was kicked off of TSM and they picked up Wild Turtle. TSM's in strife. What are they going to do?
It's just life. When you make a decision, you go through with it. I knew for certain that if we performed bad after doing that roster change, I would look like the biggest idiot in the world. You're not used to doing something and you're forced upon to do it. It's very important that you adapt fast.
Growing up with him, having the expectations that I did, the moment I knew he was gonna be okay, the amount of pressure and the relief, it's lifted, it's gone. You know, I knew that he was okay. And just anything above that, I can't be more proud.